everyone, and welcome back to episode 29 of our Colorado Rockies rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 26. Where last we left off, things are grim in the Major League club. We currently sit 42 and 51, an uninspiring record in a bad NL West. The playoff dream is waning, shall we say, but we will look away from the Major League club for a few moments as it is time for the first year player draft. Now, due to the fact, I don't know if many of you are aware of this, we won the World Series last season. We pick number 31 because there are numerous comp picks in the top, including the Miami Marlins, who, due to compensation, picked fourth in the draft. Make of that what you will. So we find ourselves picking 31st overall. In the mock draft, they have us selecting college pitcher Michael Jindra from Colorado Mesa University, who has done very well for himself in college. Strikeout king, walks about what you'd like. BABIP is a little high for college, but in the draft league, also in 7 starts, he was phenomenal. Going to be honest, if Jindra is available when we are selecting at 31, he is going to be the selection. I do not think he will be available at 31 when it falls to us, but we'll see how that goes. The top scouting recommendation is infielder Randy Howard, who is a college bat from Kent State University, who in real life, their college football coach was fired for essentially credit fraud and embezzlement, but we will not hold that against Randy Howard, who I think overall is a pretty solid bat. Obviously, the potential for 90 power is insane, but we only have average scouting accuracy, so I doubt it's actually a 90. However, he did hit 62 home runs in 74 games this past college season. That's who the scout wants us to take. I doubt he'll be available because he's currently mocked to go second overall to the Yankees. A couple of players in the draft pipeline obviously are already gone, as they're either drafted last year out of high school or players who are ineligible. So let us begin the draft, and we are just going to fly to the Rockies pick. I'm not going to sim through 30 picks, so let us go to our selection. And behold, Michael Jindra is available. It looks like Jason Lord has plummeted a bit, which I am not going to take him, so that's okay. Anyone else in the mock? Yeah, the guy with the broken kneecap didn't get taken. No idea why. Josh Steele is also available. But no, I mean, I think it is Jindra, like being realistic here. I mean, he's a very good pitcher. He's already like, I could put him in single A or high A and he'd do fine. He's doing good in the draft league. I think I'll pull him out of the draft league if we take him. His bonus demand is only 1.2 million, which isn't terrible. Honestly, the thing that concerns me the most is his stamina is a 40, and that's not really going to get better. But if he does end up being a reliever, he's going to be the best reliever in baseball. So I think I can live with that selection. The other scouting recommendations, Tobias Holzknecht from Felician University. Looks like he is a bad defender at the moment. I can't see I can only see his draft league stats. Nah, I think we just go with Jindra. Like, simple pick. Don't screw it up. Give them to me. All right, so next overall, there were 2 players I've written down on my list. One should just be on the board here. There he is. David Ferrancini, who I like a lot. Right now, he looks like he's going to become a pretty good defender. He's not a center fielder, which is where the game has him. He's probably a corner outfielder with like an average arm. His speed is only a 45, but he got, near 20 steals every year of high school, so that's probably going to get a little bit improved. Didn't strike out a ton in high school either, and walks were okay considering his eye is only potential of a 45. I like his bat a lot. I think I can put him in outfield and we'd be okay. In terms of our prospect pipeline, we don't have a lot of young outfielders in the system that we have high faith in. That's more guys that are in AAA or the major league level. So I think David Ferrancini is going to be our selection here, and then we're just going to move him to the corner outfield spots. And now we go to our third round. So our third round, let me confirm if this guy is still available. He is. Danny Coble was the other pitcher on my list solely because he's one of the few high schoolers that are going to have pretty good control. Um, And the reason I believe that is his walks are only a 1.4, which is a pretty good sign. 13 Ks per nine. His BABIP got better as he went through high school. We have low scouting accuracy on him, which is annoying considering he was one of the players that I had my scout look at earlier this year. But I like Danny Coble. I think it's a high school arm. He is committed to a JUCO school currently, hence why his bonus demand is a little higher than usual. But he is going to be our pick. Now I just need to find Cobble again on this screen. There he is. All right, so Cobble is going to be our pick. We're probably going to end up paying a little bit over slot in terms of the money, but overall should be okay. Josh Bacon is still available. Nobody wants to take this guy. Why is this guy falling? 1,200 slug. My God. What's his infielder rating? Bad. Okay. Nah. Anyone else left high up in the pipeline? Dan Smith, the college infielder. I think I would try to train him at third base if I'm being honest. The turn DP of a 45 is a little low, but his arm being a 60 and his range being a 70, I'd like him more at either short or third, I think. I mean, sure, he projects out to have 80 power, but he only has one home run in 10 games in the draft league. To be fair, that equates to like, 16 or so at the major league level if he plays every day, but that's not 80 power. Anyone else falling an insane amount? A lot of center fielders. I mean, Brad Lovely is just a DH. Let me look really quick. All right, is there anyone left with insane potential? 75 potential, but low scouting accuracy. I have high scouting accuracy on a few guys, but they don't project out to be pretty good. Colin Adams, he's already fragile, and I can't see why, which is frustrating. He only has 2 pitches, which is kind of terrifying. And his movement is not going to be that great. So I think this is a guy that's going to get hit a ton. However, he already has a 60 fastball. That's almost tempting enough to just take it. There's so many screens they have now that you have to sort through and click through. Extremely hard signability for Colin Albers. Why? Oh, he's committed to play at New Mexico. I mean, I like him. The catcher arm of a 45 I can live with. His infield arm is a 50, so I wonder if that means it's going to get better. His avoid K of a potential 40 is grim, but its power looks solid. I'm talking myself into the catcher. Get in the building, sir. All right. I mean, Colin Adams is still there, so we're going to take him. I am very simple in my reasonability there. Cameron Appenzeller, college guy out of Tennessee, pretty good stats. Whip is high for college, 1.36, 1.33. 3 walks per 9 is a little scary. And the BAPIP ain't great. Yeah, this is a guy that you're betting on his potential because his college stats really weren't that good. However, 75 changeup is interesting. And he's got really good personality. You know what, Appenzeller? Oh, it's not a pick yet. Nuts. Appenzeller is still there. Never punished. All right. I part of me just wants to take a swing on Jordan Lopez because no one else is drafting him. That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I know we have low scouting accuracy, but even if all these potentials are off by 5 or 10, he's still going to be a really good defender, solid speed. We'll take a shot on the guy. If no one else wants him, they took him. Rats. All right. So 2 more 70 potential guys are available. Eric Lucas, the aforementioned infielder, who I think is fine. And John Ray, the catcher, who is hard. I think we'll go Eric Lucas and we'll just see what happens. All right, we are going to auto draft the rest of the draft and let the AI do what they must. Since I took the guys that I care about. All right, negotiations. So, Jindra, 1.2 bonus. Ferrancini, 1.1. Yeah, Danny Cobble at 1.4. That's a lot for a third-round draft pick. Colin Albers, Colin Adams. Didn't want that much. All right, let me go to the transaction log. No, the AI took John Rea anyway. That's hilarious. We got them both. Oh, that is funny. All right. So really quick, we're just going to request scouting reports on all of the players that we drafted. Yeah, Cobble was low. I couldn't remember if Cobble was one of the average ones. Let's do Adams, Appenzeller, Lucas, and Ray. Okay. And then I will create the 2028 draft shortlist. And start adding everyone to it because I assume we're going to sign all of them. I don't really know why we wouldn't. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. Because in all honesty, Danny Cobble, who wanted a decent amount of money, could easily turn around and be like, sorry, you're not paying me enough, and just walk. Which would be unfortunate. So, all right, we'll wait for those draft picks to sign. Wait for the scouting ports to come through. So my plan for this video is we're just going to go through the rest of July, past the trade deadline, go from there. We have the rubber match against the Nationals and then a 3-game series against the Diamondbacks before the All-Star break. So first things first, Jose Fleury, is on the mound against Max Krennic of the Nationals. Bregman is tired, which means Lennon Sosa is going to take third base for us. Both him and Tovar are ice cold. So I think John Gazdar is going to hit ninth and short. I think that will be that. Actually, Hunter Guns at 97%. Let's give Dario Leverde the start at catcher. All right. Rubber match against the Nationals. We beat them yesterday in extra innings. And Ogawa is already aboard at second. Not like this. There we go. Nice snag there. Brady House rounds out. All right. That'll do. Joe Lamp, who I would say has done well since moving to full-time center fielder and leadoff hitter. If we could see a little bit more power, though, I would not complain. Nolan Shanuel, who came over in the Angels deal. Run, Nolan, run! He is safe. Never a doubt. Uh-oh. And Nolan Shanuel has to come out of the game. This is why we can't have nice things. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have Stephen Kwan BRDH the rest of the way. Man, this is why we can't have nice things. Steven, I'm gonna need you to chill. Okay. 2 pickoff attempts, Max? And Kwan steals second. That'll do. All right. How Yuli is walked. Come on, Charlie. Struck out, swinging. 100 strikeouts, and we're not even at the All-Star break yet. Oh, I'm terrified. Down goes Carrig. We threaten, we do not score. The Nationals are threatening. Rafael Kays, that'll do. Luis Arias grounds out to first. Very good. All right, Jordan Walker returning from injury after missing just over a month and a half. Pops out. Come on, Sosa. Sosa walks, and I'm going to have him run on Liam Hicks also, even though his speed is only a 50. He should be able to beat a 45 arm, I feel. And he does. Sosa is in clean. Come on, Dario. Dario grounds out to short, but that probably would have been a double play if I don't send Sosa earlier. Gazdar strikes out swinging. I think, depending on how long Nolan Shanuel's injury is, I might also demote Gazdar and call somebody else up. Because he's essentially an automatic out at this point. And we can do better, I believe. As Condon is walked. Cole Carrig is also walked. Jordan Walker hits it right to the short. Oh, no, Rafaela. Oh, no. Oh, no, that could have been a double play. But instead, it's an error. Bases are loaded. No outs. Lennon Sosa hits it to left, down in front of the fielder. 1 run will score, and the bases remain loaded for Dario Leverde, who hits it to third, and they get him on the double play. But he does score a run. That's it. He doesn't get an RBI for that? That seems a bit silly. He batted in the run by definition. Unless we're saying it's a fielder's choice. Here's Gazdar hitting it deep to left field down at the warning track. He must have heard me threaten to demote him, as he is on with an RBI double. Very good work. Max Kranick still in the game, and he gets Joe Lamp swinging. Meanwhile, trouble for Jose Fleury. Jock Peterson hits it deep to right field. That ball is gone. And all of a sudden, what was a nice lead is completely and totally evaporated. How Yuli gets the steal to be on second. And Condon pops it up to the moon. Cole Carrig grounds out to end the inning. All right, Jose Fleury's on 87 pitches, so I'm going to get Dre Jameson warming up. Please don't walk Liam Hicks. He did not. He got him to line out. All right. Jalen Lill is going to walk, and that is going to be it for Fleury. Going to bring in Jameson now, who allows Rafaela to get on board, and Luis Arias hits it back up the middle. That'll score one. Throw is fast, but not in time. Oh boy. There we go. He gets Ogawa. The throw home gets the runner. The animation made it look like he was safe by a landslide. James Wood grounds out. All right. That could have been worse. Hey, wow. Okay, there must have been a play where the runner scored and then the guy went for a second and got out. Yep, there it is. So John Gazdar hit a double, which scored Dario. And then Gazdar tried going for third and he got out. That's kind of funny. Oh, Dre. Dre. What am I going to do with you? All right, he gets Dalen to fly out. I'll take it. Nothing for us in the seventh. We're going to bring Molina in for the eighth. You just got to get it, buddy. All right, he does. Nothing for us in the eighth. Here's Zerpa for the ninth. Clean inning. Here is Sosa against Manuel Castro. 27 saves on the year. He gets Sosa to pop out there. I'm going to pinch hit here. Hunter Goodman for Dario. And Goodman skies it to center, but that is easily grabbed. How many pitches is Zerp at? 13. He should be okay. Here's Gazdar. 2 hits already. Hits it to short. The throw. Got him. The bottom of our order can't come through. To extra innings we go for the second straight game. As Hunter Goodman is going to take catching obligations. I'm going to warm up Vodnik in case this gets ugly. And they try to bunt. Have you no shame? Galen flies out. Runner doesn't move. C.J. Abrams hits it back up the middle to center field. And the runner will score at home. All right, Nationals get 1. Luis Arias hits it to second, to Gazdar for 1, for Condon for 2. So the Nationals get the ghost runner, but that's it. Top of the order up now. Here's Joe Lamp. And he lines out to first. Nothing doing there. Kwan lines out to second. I'm sensing a theme. Down to our last out. And How You Lee hits it to the left field wall. Gazdar will score, and Lee is on second. All right. Charlie Condon, it's up to you now. And he swings it up to center and caught. To the 11th inning we go. And now let me get Vodnik in for the 11th. A bunt. Have you no shame? I mean, I'll take it. In extra innings, if they want to bunt to lose an out, I'll take it. Here's James Wood. Hits it to second. The throw home. Got him. They got the lead runner. A wild pitch gets James Wood to second. That could make a big difference. 2-2 pitch to Jock Peterson. Got him swinging. We go to the bottom of the 11th. If we score the ghost runner, we win the ball game. And Cole Carrick strikes out on 2 pitches. Fair enough. Jordan Walker gets it down in center field. To home goes Condon, and he is safe. Walk-off win, Colorado Rockies. Charlie Condon also suffered an upper body injury, which puts a big damper on this game, but it's fine. We beat the Nationals in extras once again. And Condon has an intercostal strain and will miss 2 weeks. So to the IL goes Condon. No word on Shanuel. Well, now I need a first baseman. And realistically, I think it's just going to be Romeo Sanabria. And they're going to accept the fact that he's going to be the worst defensive first baseman any of us have ever seen. But at this point, the man needs to play. So, in terms of lineup construction, I think How You Lee is going to hit 4th against righties. Jordan Walker, 7th. Romeo coming in to play 1st. Because if I remember correctly, yeah, against lefties, Romeo isn't great. And Sosa has also been very poor, but I think I'll still do Sosa. I'm also well aware I need to figure out the DH situation with Nolan Shanuel being out, but hopefully we'll know tomorrow. Danny Cobble is convinced of the offer. Okay. He was one I didn't know would sign because he already committed to college. All right. Get in. We still don't. Nolan Shanuel injury diagnosis. Whoo, knee inflammation. He's day to day for 1 day. Okay, in that case, we'll flip things then. Nolan Shanuel will play first. Sanabria to DH. Against lefties, Sosa will play first. That's the call. And it looks like everyone else has signed. Michael Jindra. Oh, he's amazing. That'll do. I am going to pull him back from Draft League so that he is in our system. How does he look if I put him in single A? Phenomenal. Okay. We're going to move him to Fresno then. And I figure give him a couple starts in Fresno. If he does well, we call him up to high A. Colin Albers has signed. Colin Adams has also joined. I'm a little annoyed that he has the fragile injury designation, but I can't see what those injuries were. Because, like, if it's Tommy John, that is different. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Colin Adams is going to be pretty good. It's just a question of if we can get that movement and control higher. Because the stuff, I mean, it's out of this world. Ginger, we already know. And then Danny Cobble. Yeah. Cobble looks like he'll be pretty good. I like Cobble a lot. I think that can be a sneaky good get for us. We're still waiting on David Franchani, the outfielder. But other than that, everyone is signed. So, big series against the Diamondbacks here as they currently suck. They are 20 games below 500. So, if we get a sweep here, I'm feeling a lot better about how we are looking going into the All-Star break. Nolan Shanuel is currently hurt day to day. So, Romeo Sanabria is going to take first. And then Stephen Kwan can DH and hit second. And Jordan Walker. Actually, I lied. Jordan Walker, you can get a little day off. I'll have Stephen Kwan take right. And Hunter Goodman, DH. Dario. Whoops. Dario can catch. All right, let's rock and roll. Bobby Miller on the mound against Brandon Fant. Already an error. Who by? Oh, well, I did say he was a terrible first baseman, to be fair. That was a thing that I said. So I can't really get mad when that comes true, can I? But that's fine. I mean, Sanabria is essentially here for 2 weeks to see if he can keep that spot. But again, we already have Nolan Shanuel, so Romeo's path to playing time is more or less gone. It's how Lee gets a pretty nice double. Cole Carrick strikes out swinging, as does Hunter Goodman. And Dario hits it back to the pitcher and is consequently thrown out. All right, here's Romeo for his season debut. The first pitch, he hits it deep, center field, gone. Have a lap, Romeo. Where art thou, ball, Romeo? 434 feet. That'll do. In 9 starts and 37 plate appearances a couple years ago, he didn't have a single home run with us. Now, he gets us there. Good job, Romeo. And we're not done. Tovar solo homer. Stephen Kwan's at third. Can Howie Lee beat out the throw? No. But we get 2 runs. I love Romeo getting a solo home run on his first game. He's like, you should have called me up earlier, coach. It's like, yeah, that's fair. Tovar with runners on first and second. A humble fly out. Oh, 3 errors? Okay. Romeo has had 2 errors. This might be unplayable. Yeah, he can never play first base ever. More errors. There's been 5. There's been as many errors as there has been innings, people. That's where we're at. Howie Lee, with the bases loaded, hits it to center. Should be deep enough to score the runner at third. So a nice sac fly as Lamp crosses home plate. Herrig is subsequently walked, which means Hunter Goodman, bases loaded, also flies out to center. deep enough to score the runner at third. So that's another sac fly. Here's Dario. It's the blooper down in left field. One run will score. Very nice for the rookie catcher. Here's Romeo. Won it back, and it was a solo shot. And now he has walked on 4 pitches. Bases loaded for Tovar. Strikes out swinging on 3 pitches. You know, you can't win them all. You really can't. All right, we're going to get Slade ready as Bobby is getting taxed. Yeah. We're just. All right, Slade, you got this. Good lad. Nothing for us in the 6th, and they get 2 runs on Slade in the 7th. Oy vey, man. Nothing for us. All right, Chachik for the 8th. Clean. And Munoz will get ready for the 9th. And I can already tell you that Sosa is going to come in as a defensive sub for Romeo. Oh, boy. And Tovar gets it down. An easy double. All of Tovar's big hits today have been when the bases have been empty. But when he comes on with bases loaded, he just strikes out in tragic fashion. Joe Lamp gets it down. That'll score Tovar. Insurance runs, they never hurt. I never even saw a throw there. Kwan pops up. Nothing there. Bregman also has not had a great day so far. But he makes up for it here. Gets it into center. And home goes Lamp. 7-4. How Lee gets it past the second baseman. We're rolling. Bregman an ambitious go to third. And they call him safe. Cole Carrig grounds out to first to end the inning. But we got a couple insurance runs for good measure. That'll do. Munoz will come in for the 9th. And it's clean. We get the win. Munoz strikes out the side. What a day from the rookies. Dario, 2 hits, an RBI. Romeo, the solo shot, and a pair of walks. That'll do. Slade gives up 2 runs once again. I'm starting to see why the Rays waived him. Starting to see why. I have an inkling for why they did this. All right, so fresh scouting report on Cullen Albers. I mean, the power is a 75. Like, that can go a long way if he gets his contact up. Cameron Appenzeller. Yeah, he's a little bit worse than what we had hoped. I think he's going to be a long reliever, in all honesty. He ain't bad. I think, honestly, rookie ball for him still. All right, game 2 against the Diamondbacks. We got Chase Burns on the mound. Romeo, you are definitely DHing. And then I am going to give... Oh, no, Joe needs it. No one gets the day off. Everybody's just going to go out there and play. Chase Burns on the mound for us. A clean first for both sides. Solo shot from How You Lee. That'll do. Nolan Shanuel. A 4-pitch walk. We take those. I also completely forgot last game to have Sosa come in as a defensive sub for Romeo in the 9th. It's fine. What is Romeo's rating in first base right now? He already has a negative 1.1 starter rating. That's hilarious. He had no errors in all of AAA. First MLB game this season, he gets 2. That's funny. That's the kind of thing you just have to laugh at. Clean fifth for Chase. Not a lot of run support for him, though. We're going to get Dollander warming up here. And he gets through the 6th. Easy. Never at a doubt. Beautiful day from Chase Burns. 6 innings, only 1 hit allowed, 3 walks, 8 Ks. As Dollander comes in for the 7th, it's clean. We're going to give Vodnik the 8th. I mean, actually, Dollander's only on 7 pitches. Oh, he gave up a solo homer to Ketel Marte. All right, tie ball game. No runs for us. So Vodnik is going to come in for the 9th. Potentially dangerous as Corbin Carroll is on 2nd. And now he is on 3rd. Oh boy. All right, Victor, we're going to need a strikeout on Nolan Jones. 1-2 count. The pitch struck him out. Brilliant. Gabriel Moreno pops it up foul, hauled in by Nolan Shanuel. And the Diamondbacks can't score Carroll. Well done there from Vodnik. I'm going to have Munoz and Zerpa get ready. And if we score a run, Munoz. If we don't, Zerpa. Actually, if we score a run, we win. What am I saying? Joe Lamb gets on base due to the error. It's that diving animation. All right. Here's Nolan Shanuel with a full count. Hits it sharp to second for 1, back to first for 2, and Nolan hits into the double play. Munoz, sit down. Here's Bregman, last out of the ball game, unless we go to extras, and to extras we go. For our 3rd straight game, we're going to extra innings. Unbelievable. All right, Zerpa for the 10th, and they don't score anyone. Here's How Yuli. Hits it deep left field. That ball is out of here. Walk-off home run from How Yuli. 383 feet. Have a day, sir. 2 home runs for the star second baseman extraordinaire, who, again, I cannot stress enough, is only 25 years old. Man. Only 3 hits on the day and 2 walks is ugly, I admit. But really good day from our pitching staff overall, I'd say. Chase Burns pitched a gem. Dollander gets the blown save, which is a little unfortunate, but we get the win. Win is a win. All right. Oh, yeah, Ferrancini, who still is not signed. So we only have average knowledge on him yet. All right, voting results again. For whatever reason, How Yuli not top 3 at second base. Don't ask me how. Roster for the National League. How Yuli does make it. For reasons unknown to me, he wasn't, admittedly voted in. Why is Bryson Stott? Hold on. Oh no, second base was Ad Abrams. What are we doing? Yeah, How Yuli Dre Jameson is also an all-star, a player who we signed for $1.2 million, who has given us 58 innings, sub 1 whip, 1.2 WAR, pitching very well. Good for him. Yeah, definitely deserved from How You Lead. Insane to believe that he wouldn't be an all-star, especially when his June he had a 716 slugging, 1100 OPS. July 643 slugging, 1000 OPS. Like in no world is a player who's that hot, that close to the All-Star game, not an All-Star. All right. Final game before the All-Star break. The last 3 out of 4 games have been in extra innings. Our poor bullpen is crying out in terror right now. Oh boy, we got Herrera on the mound. They have Cutter Crawford. Cutter Crawford, who they signed as a minor. Oh, he has not had a good save. 2025, obviously, he was injured for a bit, mostly in AAA. 2026, he was poor. 2027, the Astros had him as a reliever. It's not gone great for him. I'm gonna have Lennon Sosa hit second and take first base from Nolan Shanuel. And then, yeah, I think that'll be it. I momentarily thought about resting How You Lead, but then I'm like, come on. Like I need it. I need to win. No, they get a 2-run homer off of Herrera. Come on, Bregman, match. He did not. But he did advance the runner, which means a nice bloop single here from How You Lead will score the runner. And that's what I get. A nice line drive into center. 1 run scores, and How You Lead at first base. Here's Cole Carrig. Soft grounder to second. Will he beat it out? No, City Bob. All right, Carrig goes down. Oh boy. Herrera has given up 5 runs. Not great. Hashtag analysis. Clean third, though. Oh boy. If I could get the 4th from him, I'll be a happy man. Because I had to use both my long relievers in the past 2 games. Because, we've had multiple games go to extra innings. All right, he's on 80 pitches. I'll bring him back out for the 5th. And we will get Molina warming. Groover hits it back up the middle. Herrera, the throw, doesn't get him. Groover is aboard. All right, it gets Nolan Jones swinging. I think that's going to be it. We're going to have Molina come in to face Moreno. And Moreno gets it over Tovar's head. The runners advance. Luis Robert Jr. lines out. Polanco. Softly to second. The throw. Got him. All right. Well, they already have 10 hits through 5 innings. So that's quite the pace. Meanwhile, we have 1 hit. Oh, now we have 2 people. So Molina gives up a solo shot. Actually, no, I don't want to pitch Dre Jameson because he's going to pitch in the All-Star game. And that'll take a little bit of his stamina already. Joe Lamp gets the ball down. Tovar stops at third. Lennon Sosa lines out to left. Tovar is going for home, and he gets there. That's 2. Bregman walks. We have some life here. How You Lead gets it down in right field. Lamp going to third. Okay. Cole Carrig, bases loaded. Hits it sharp to second. The throw home gets Lamp. Not great there from Carrig. Hunter Goodman strikes out. We had a chance with bases loaded. Can't get it done. All right, Gino Groover, who's killed us so far today, hits it to right, but flies out. All right, Chachik to take the rest of the seventh. Clean from him. He is on 13 pitches, which for him isn't nothing. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Let's bring in Slade. All right, Slade's going to get the rest of the eighth and the ninth. There we go. Runners on first and second for Bregman, who strikes out swinging. What else is new? How Yuli lines out to second. Cole Carrick's second straight inning for the chance for glory. And they walk the bases loaded. Hunter Goodman at the plate. The swing. And it's down in center field. 1 run will score. Home goes Sosa. He is in. 6-4. I'm going to get Munoz now for the ninth in place of Slade. I'm also going to have Quan pinch hit here for Jordan Walker. And Quan, the first pitch he sees, he hits to left field. Run, Carrig. And Carrig is safe. 6-5. Ooh, they brought out a lefty. That's not good for us. Gazdar's done really good against lefties so far this season, so he is going to pinch hit for Romeo. All right, Gazdar. This could potentially be your last at bat for the Rockies this season. Give me something good. 1-0 count. The swing hits it to short. The throw to second. Got him. All right, we get 3 back. That's not enough. Quan is going to go to right field. Munoz is going to take the ninth. And he holds the lead there. Okay. Good on him. We are going to warm up. Honestly, screw it. We're going to warm up Jameson in case we manage to tie this game. Here's Tovar. Strikes out swinging. Not great. Joe Lamp hits it back up the middle to center field. We have a runner aboard. And he's trying to steal second against Moreno, and he's gunned down. We have lost our runner. And Sosa strikes out looking to end the ball game. We lose 6-5. The rally can't quite do it. And we made it close. Herrera just got bombed at the start of the game, and that was pretty much that. And we took 2 out of 3 to the Diamondbacks. I would have loved a sweep, but that is what it is. Oh, yeah, do we have anyone in the future roster? We have Reed Lapierre, Nunez, and that's it. That's good. All right. Let us sim through the All-Star break. How Yuli gets NL Player of the Week again in 18 at-bats, 9 hits, 2 home runs, 3 runs, and 6 RBIs. Also, did I see that Reed was unhappy? Where are you unhappy? Team record. Well, it's rookie ball, dude. You don't care about the record. All right, Dylan Carlson is cleared waivers. So he is going to go back down to AAA. And Yanquiel Fernandez is eligible to come off The IL, where he has been hurt the entire year. Part of me thinks to give him a rehab assignment in the minors is the right call, but also I have six outfielders there already. Hmm. Felix Tennant, I'm going to be honest. Goodbye. Hmm. I mean, I call him up. That means that Gazdar goes down, which I think is fine. I think if Gazdar goes down, then that means Sosa is going to be our backup infielder for everything, which that is the problem with having Romeo up here. Like, Romeo can't play a defensive position, he can only DH. I think let's have Yankiel take a rehab assignment to the minors. He's been out the whole season. He's missed essentially two full seasons of baseball. I think, yeah, rehab assignment is the correct move. And then I'll call him back up when that is done. Julio Rodriguez wins the home run derby, and David Ferrancini signs. I'm going to immediately make him a left fielder and get a better scouting report on him. All right, that's all of our draft picks signed. Very nice. Brody Brecht is eligible to come off the IL. Very simple. Going down to AAA. Oh, right. Whoops. Place him on the 40 man. Then put him in AAA. Yeah, Brody Brecht is officially fragile, which fair, as you can see from his injury. All right, All-Star Game results. Hao-Yu Lee didn't. Oh, he pinched hit for CJ Abrams. One at bat, and he got out. Dre Jameson. Oh, he got shelled. Oh no. One inning, three hits, 2 runs. Okay, and he gave up a homer. Oh no. Dre, buddy, what happened? Oh, that's rough. All right, we're gonna sim the rest of the All-Star break, and then, as I often do, I'm gonna reset fatigue on anyone because I don't like that the All-Star game causes players to not be at 100%. So, oh, John Ray scouting report. Oh boy. Yeah, defensively, he's not great at catcher with his arm, but offensively, I mean, he profiles is going to be above average. So I will take that. Let me really quick look at my draft short list. Yeah, so everyone is in rookie ball. Hoppenzeller, I think if I wanted to, I could move to single A, but I really don't want to. Gindra, his first start, he got shelled. Neat. All right, series against the so up to the trade deadline, we have 3 games Red Sox, 3 games Phillies, 3 games Braves, and then the Cardinals is that last day. Okay, so Herrera just pitched, so we're gonna have Gabriel Hughes take game 1 of the series against Garrett Crochet. Trying to think against lefties. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep Carrick sitting and then. Yeah, that'll be that, really. All right, let's rock and roll. Red Sox already have a 2-0 lead. Hao-Yu Lee solo home run. This man is white hot right now. My God, he's cooking with so much gas. As now Bregman is aboard. Hao-Yu Lee up once again. Send it to the Green Monster. Never mind, he grounded out to short. Oh boy. All right. Gabriel is starting to struggle here. Jerkson Profar goes down swinging. Connor Wong ruins my day. Gets it down and right. The throw home prevents Abreu from going. And he gets Luis Reveo to pop up. That works. Can he get Jaron Duran? No, sir. Duran gets it down and right. That'll score the tying run. Connor Wong's at second. And Roman Anthony flies out to right. Red Sox tie back up. Gabriel Hughes is now at 69 pitches, which is not very nice, considering we're only 4 innings through. All right, clean fifth. And yeah, that's going to be it for Gabriel, I think. We're going to get Chase Dollander warming up. I know he's only in the orange, but I'm not risking it. Clean inning from Dollander. Walker and Sosa are aboard, and Tovar is walked. Bases loaded, no outs. Never mind, a wild pitch scores Walker, and the runners advance, and Lamp is walked. Bases loaded, no outs. Stephen Kwan, as Tyler Holton has found himself here in the Red Sox. Kwan hits into a double play. Good God, man. Bregman hits it deep to left, and that's caught. Bases loaded, no outs. And the only run you score is a wild pitch. My God. That just hurts me emotionally. All right. Clean eighth from Dollander. Excuse me, clean seventh. Very good. Hey, we get a run back with the chance for more. Jordan Walker is walked intentionally. How insulting. Never mind, they struck out Sosa. Maybe it wasn't insulting. And Tovar hits into a fielder's choice. But we get an insurance run. That's not nothing. I'm going to bring in Zerpa for the eighth. Great work from Dollander. Clean inning. Munoz for the ninth. Unless we get so many insurance runs, it no longer becomes a save situation. I wouldn't hate that. Aaron Bummer? He's still in the league. He got 44 saves last year for the Braves. Holy moly. Swan pops up. I don't think I'm getting those insurance runs. I have a feeling. Here's Bregman. Soft grounder to short. He might beat it out. He does not. All right. So Munoz is going to come in. 2-run lead. Safe situation. Gets a clean. We beat the Red Sox in game 1. Hao-Yu Lee, Joe Lamp, and Hunter Goodman all with homers. Not a great day from Gabriel Hughes, but the bullpen. 4 innings, only 1 hit, 1 walk. Also only 1 K. Pretty funny. All right, Jose Fleury will get game 2. And I think I'm going to give Tovar a rest here. Gazdar can take short. Romeo can DH. Let's rock and roll. Jose Fleury, who is cold at the moment, gets a clean first and obliterated in the second as he is getting shelled. He's already on a 50 pitches. Well, Jose, I got bad news, buddy. You just got to get out of it. All right. Well, this game is more or less a wash. Oh, Jose. Yeah, I mean, I think it could simply be a case of, since coming back from injury, he's really only had 1 or 2 good starts. But man, I need him to get it together. Meanwhile, we're being no hit for 3. Never mind, we got a hit. Joe Lamp leadoff double. And Nolan Shanuel hits it back up the middle. If Joe Lamp had a spine, he'd be going home. He has a spine and he's in safely. All right. Nolan Shanuel. We could have something here. And he's essentially, I'm treating it as a 2-month rental. And then, really a 2.5. Like 2.5-month rental. And then if he does really well, we could offer him arbitration. As Bregman is aboard with the error there. Yuli hits it softly to third. That'll score the runner. We cut the lead to 2. Cole Carrig strikes out. How has his month of July been? Not great. He has not had a great season. He just happened to have a really good June, which propped his numbers up quite a bit. But overall, not great. All right, clean fourth from Jose. Jordan Walker leadoff double. Come on. Romeo swings on the 3-1. Infield pop up. Gazdar, what I like to call the sacrifice ground out. And Joe Lamp goes down swinging. Runner on third, can't bring him home. All right. We're going to get Slade going for the 5th. Good that Jose Fleury got me 2 more innings. Well, I think I know who Michael King is going to replace. Ah, jeez. Remember when I traded Keegan Aiken because Slade had such a hot start to his Rockies tenure? Yeah. Hindsight being 2020, that was a horrendous decision. Slade, you're just gonna have to eat it, buddy. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, we get a couple more runs. 4-7 game. Slade at least got me a clean 6th inning to save a little bit of bullpen there. Yeah, I think Michael King is gonna get called up sooner rather than later. Kachik for the 8th. All right. And then I'll bring out Munoz if we find a way to score 3 runs. Cole Carrig gets it down in right field. We have life. Here's Hunter Goodman with a full count. Strikes out swinging. It looked like ball 4. Well, shucks. Jordan Walker goes down. I'm going to pinch hit here. Think we're going to bring on Stephen Kwan to DH against the lefty. And he hits it softly to second. Nothing doing. That's your ball game. All right, we lose 7-4. Jose Fleury got shelled. Slade Ciccone came in and also got shelled. I think we're just going to end that experiment there. Michael King has some days left on his rehab assignment, but I'm going to be honest. I kind of just want to call him up now. Seth Halverson, I could also call back up. He has done pretty well in AAA, but I don't want to run really short of bullpen arms. Mason White, I need you in AAA, and I need you to stay there. Do I still have 2 main fielders? Yeah, kind of. All right. Yeah, I think we are going to waive and DPA Slade. Like it is he doesn't have it. And Michael King, we're gonna call him up early. I'm gonna move him to reliever. And Michael King is gonna be a long reliever for us for the rest of the season. Obviously, he had an okay 2026, and then 2027 he was bad and suffered a calendar year long injury. So he's going to be up here with us. Personal message: a lot of rookie ball players retiring. All right, Bobby Miller is up next. I'm going to sim the finale against the Red Sox. And we lose that one 4-7 also. As Bobby Miller gives up 3, and Michael King in his debut, 2 1/3, 3 hits, 4 runs. Oh boy. That's an expensive contract. Walker, Carrick, Bregman got a couple hits. Carrick got a triple, to be fair. All right. So, 3-game series now against the Phillies. Chase Burns on the mound. Let us sim game 1. And we get the win 7-3. As almost everyone got a hit. Tovar with a homer, Lamp with a triple. That'll do. Chase Burns doesn't do great. Looks like they hit him around quite a bit. But bullpen, pretty good. Interesting. They made Chachik pitch 33 pitches. This poor man is fighting for his life right now. Oh boy. All right. Let us play game 2. They got Alejandro Rosario on the mound. We have Mr. Herrera. Hunter Goodman is tired, so he'll get the day off. And let's give what do I want to do here? Just checking my outfielders, making sure none of them are tired. I think I'll give Joe Lamp the day off. Cole Carrick can take center field and hit leadoff. Stephen Kwan batting 5th. Is that where I want to be in my life? Not really. I think I'll have him bat 7th. And then DH righty splits, please. Yeah, I think we'll go Sosa. Mm. Yeah, I think honestly, then I'll have how you lead DH. Sosa can take second. Then he can move down to 6. All right, a little bit of a mismatched lineup here. Cole Carrick leading off at center. How you lead DH. What a world. Get us started, Cole. Send it to space. He did not. He did not send it to space. Nolan Shanuel, you send it to space. He tried, but he only got to the warning track. Which means, Bregman, I need you to get a little bit farther. Lined out to third. He did not get us there. All right, Herrera's last start, it must be said, terrible. So we'll see what he can do against the Phillies. Clean first inning. How Yuli already aboard due to an error. That's rough. Jordan Walker brings him to third. All right, a nice sac fly to left field, please. Center field also works. Yes, let's have How Yuli run for it. And he is safe. Never mind. He's out, evidently. It looked safe there. Oh, no. And how Yuli's hurt. Oh, no. I mean, that's our best hitter right there, without question. Romeo is gonna DH for him. That's our best hitter right there. If he's out long term, we're dead. We are actually doomed. Well, I suddenly don't care about this ball game anymore. Runners on first and second for Walker. Man, that's what I get for sending when I rarely send in those situations. There we go. Sosa gets the ball down. No, I'm not running. You kidding me? Steven Kwan gets it down. That'll score maybe all three of them. Yeah, it does. Good job. Oh, the vibes roller coaster is crashed because Stephen Kwan just hit a bases clearing 3 RBI double. And I am apathetic because how Yuli could be out for a while. Dario walks. Tovar grounds out to third. You got this, Herrera. Yeah, he strikes out Rincon. Easy. All right. Sack fly advances Cole. Bregman lines out to left. That's not going to score anyone. And Romeo grounds out. Nothing there. All right. Clean fifth. Very nice. Another error. Sosa has had 2 at second base. Well, that makes me very nervous about having him at second if Howie Lee is out for a while. Austin Martin back with a vengeance against us. I imagine Austin is like, yeah, do you regret cutting me now? And the answer is no, not really. No, Bryce Harper hits it back up the middle. That's going to be a run for them. I feel like if he threw it first there, he could have gotten Harper because it looked like he was coming pretty far out, but whatever. Grandal pops up. All right. TJ Friedel is going to be the last batter Herrera faces no matter what. And he gets him to fly out to center. Good start from Herrera. 6 innings, 1 run, only 3 hits. I'll take that. Dario with a leadoff double, and they walk Tovar to get to Cole Carey. And it pays off as Carey, oh, never mind, just the fielder's choice. Okay, then. Obviously, I'm going to have Carrick run. And Shanuel flies out at the warning track. It will score Dario. Bregman strikes out to end the inning. All right. Molina for the 7th. Clean. He's only on 13 pitches, so I'll bring him out for the 8th. Clean 8th. And now Munoz for the 9th. Uh-oh. All right, they do get a run, but that is it. We beat the Phillies 4-2. However, the grim specter of Howie Yuli's injury hovering over me. Woo, he's good. Hamstring strain. Woo, okay, everyone collectively can exhale. Everyone can exhale. We're okay. Man, I need a drink after that. All right, finale against the Phillies. I'm giving How You Leave the day off. I don't care. He just got a hamstring strain. I'm not doing it. Gazdar can hit second. Romeo, or can take second, rather. Bregman is a little tired. He's not doing great. So I'll have Sosa hit third, I think, here. Everything else as is. So I am resting both Hauuli and Bregman. But let's see what the backups can do. Hunter Goodman grounds out, but he advances the runner. All right. You're up, Romeo. Strikes out swinging. I have a feeling Romeo is going to be a guy I trade at the deadline. Because, like, realistically, he's a positionless. He can only play DH. And if you can only play DH, I need you to hit the ball extremely well. And he just is not doing that. And I don't think the way this team is constructed, I can afford allowing him to keep doing that. As Hunter Goodman beats out the strikeout, which is hilarious. Come on, Romeo. Bases loaded. Struck out swinging. Oh, boy. An error by Walker in right. Joe Lamp is aboard. Nolan Shanuel pops up. Can I get fifth? Looking like maybe not. Let's get Jameson ready. Yeah, he walked. Stott, the alleged all-star, and Stott gets it down. All right. Bases are loaded, no outs. Jameson, I got bad news. You're coming into a very ugly game. Godspeed. Ooh. Jameson gets shelled as they score everybody. On 2 pitches, they hit a grand slam. Did they get a grand slam and then a solo home run? Yes. Yes, they did. That's hilarious. Or just a grand slam, rather, my mistake. Oh, Dre. Not great from him today. At this point, I need outs. I don't want to tax my bullpen any more than I have to. So let's get Michael King on, and you're just going to have to eat the 6, buddy. He allows 2 runs. Oh, boy. And an error. This game is essentially over. Nolan Shanuel causes the error. Here's Rojas lining up to Carrig. Stott grounds into the fielder's choice. All right. Zerpa, my boy. Godspeed. They get another. How dare they? All right. In case we score 9 runs, I'm getting Vodnik ready. We do not. All right. We lose 0-9. That was probably the worst pitching game we've had in a while. Michael King, by the way, long reliever, early results, not good. I might trade him out of anger. Okay, speaking of which, trade proposal. Talk to me, Guardians. They want to send me 32-year-old Sam Hinges, who isn't doing great. Looks like he's had a really good July, but 1.4 whip, 1P3 homers per 9. And they want to send me prospect Carlos Meyer, who doesn't look that bad. Where do they want? Yankel Fernandez, go away. No. They want Adam Smallwood also. No. Go away. I reject your trade and I sim. All right, Charlie Condon is eligible to come off the IL. I think it's just time to trade Romeo. Like, unfortunately, there's no real path to play time for a guy that can only DH, and he's clearly good enough for AAA. So I think at this point, if anyone wants him, we should just try to move him. And if no one wants him, we just send him down to AAA, and it is what it is. They want to send us their Rule 5 draft pick, Nate Knowles, who it must be said has been poor, but he is only 24 years old. What if I just ask for prospects? It's literally Nate Knowles. I think I'll just. Does he have option years? He has one left. Yeah, I'm just going to send him down to AAA and figure that out later. Condon is back. So Nolan Shanuel is going to go to the bench against righties. I mean, he's done pretty good. I think Nolan Shanuel is just going to DH. And then Condon comes into play first. How Yuli is going to drop in the order to hit 7th. I've been debating dropping Bregman in the order. He still has the expectation of cleanup hitter, which was I'm a little hesitant to do it. Cole Carrig also, I think, could potentially benefit from being moved in the order. We'll see. All right, lefties though. Let's talk. Sosa has been terrible, but that's fine because Condon is going to take his spot anyway. And you know, Gazdar has done well against lefties to the point where I mean, Nolan Chano is a pretty good on base against them also, but a much worse OPS. Honestly, I think I'll keep it this. I think I'll keep it this spread. Has Stephen Kwan done better hitting second or hitting lower in the lineup? He's not really done well hitting anywhere. So I think I'll keep him at second then. All right. So that's our lineup. Would anyone want Michael King? I will trade him to you for a bag of chips. Wow. I mean, I can trade him for a minor league contract to get his contract off my books. That might honestly be worth it because right now, realistically, what is Michael King bringing to this thing? Like, that's kind of where we're at. And obviously, he's only made 2 long relief appearances so far, but he's gotten shelled in both. He's making $10 million this year. And I have a lot of guys in AAA that I think should get playing time at this point over him. So if I can trade him to a guy in a minor league contract just to save money, I think that's worth it. Which brings me to 2 names. Curtis Terry, a first baseman who is not inspiring much confidence, or Ryan Noda, a 32-year-old outfielder that I would honestly just cut immediately. I'll take Noda. So we make 3.6 million back on this. Yeah, I think the Michael King free agent signing bad in hindsight. I mean, we gave him a 3-year, $34 million contract. I think year one he was okay. Year two he was bad and then hurt. And then this year just didn't particularly have it. Ryan Noda, I'm going to waive and DPA so that if anyone wants to pick him up, they can. That frees up a relief pitching availability for, I think, Seth Halverson to come back because he's done really well in the majors up until this year. But I think now he can make his triumphant return and come on back. I think Molina is going to go back to long relief. Halverson takes middle relief. I think that's my call. Other than that, the bullpen is set. I mean, barring an injury, Munoz, Chachik, Vodnik, I think have done well as my setup closer combo. Zerpa obviously is going nowhere. Trey Jameson just had an all-star year. Chase Dollander, I think at this point we need to stick him at reliever and see if he can contribute a lot. And then Molina has had a really terrible year. I wonder what his arbitration will be because he's making 5 million this year. So we'll see. I don't think I want to trade Molina. And then starting pitching wise, I mean, I'm not trading Herrera, not trading Fleury, not trading Burns. Bobby Miller, maybe, but the issue is if I trade a starter, I don't have, really any guys in AAA that I want to come up immediately. Like James Gonzalez is the only one down there with any starts, and he had two and he got slugged, right? Brody Brecht, I think in reality, is a reliever. But, that's a separate conversation. So I think we need to trade for someone. Before we just call up Sandy Ozuna and come what may. Like that's also an option. Let's humor us. Anyone interesting on the waiver wire? Not really. Gleyber Torres is available. To be fair, how does Gleyber compare to Gazdar? And yes, I saw the fact that he's making $6 million. Gazdar had better avoid K, but Gleyber is better everywhere else. Defensively, and Gazdar's a better defender, and at that point, I mean, Glaber's making 6.3 this year and then 6.3 next year, so it's not even like a rental. Never mind. All right, trading block, starting pitchers. Talk to me. Everyone is injured. Okay. Reed Detmers is out for a week. Darvish, 4 months. Reed Detmers is also not pitched this year. 36-year-old John Gray is still going strong. Like, there's no one really here on this list that I'd be like, okay, I'll take you over Bobby Miller, which that would really be the move. Ben Lively at long relief could be. He's making 8 million for crying out loud. Luis Castillo. Oh, again, 25 million. The Mariners are retaining 60% of it, so it wouldn't be that much. But like at that point, I'd rather stick with Bobby Miller, see if he can turn it around and come what may. Any upcoming free agents that might be worth trading? Aaron Schunk, we're just gonna let him expire. Christian Mena, I think similar statement. Fernandez, we're going to call him up soon, so that's irrelevant. Carlson's gone. Amador is probably gone. Would anyone want Amador? I doubt it because his overall is only a 40. Would anyone want him? Answer is no, not really. We could get Framber Valdez, but again, he's making 19 million. Nah, I think we're more or less staying pat at the trade deadline. Unless a crazy offer comes in. But for now, we have a series against the Braves. Jose Fleury up against Spencer Schwellenbach. Charlie Condon making his triumphant return since his injury a couple weeks ago. I am gonna have how you lead. No, I lied. I think I'll have Nolan Chanuel hit second. There we go. Hunter Goodman, 2-run shot. We love to see it. Joe Lamp and Shanuel aboard for Alex Bregman. Bregman K's. Look at Bregman's monthly splits really quick. Oh, it's up here. April, bad. May, even worse. So his on-base percentage a little bit better. He had a good June, strong July. So ideally, he's only getting better. Charlie Condon strikes out. Braves get one back, but Goodman another home run, this time a solo shot, an error. Goodbye. Ezekiel Tovar with 12. He's usually good for like mid-teens, but this is going to turn into, I think, his worst defensive season, which isn't great considering that his contract is only getting more expensive. Nolan Shanuel vindicating my decision to keep him in the 2-hole as he advances Joe Lamp to third. Bregman, bring him home. Gosh, Bregman, buddy, you brought one of them home. So I guess I'll give you a partial credit. Condon strikes out looking. To be fair, the one positive from Condon's 2-week injury is that should take him off pace for leading or for breaking the MLB record for most strikeouts in a season. Oh boy. They're getting to Fleury, which isn't good. Can he get Sean Murphy? No, he cannot. As it hits the wall. Again, would have been a home run not for the hilarious Coors Field fencing. All right, yeah, I think we're gonna get Molina in. Well, no, Fleury can face Jared Kelenic. There we go, gets him swinging. Good work. All right, Molina in to face Armando Cruz. And Cruz hits it down the left field line. 1 run scores. Cruz is into second, and we have a tie ball game. Here's Santana, who he gets that down in right field. Walker's throw, not in time. Wow. An error, and all of a sudden, Molina gives up 4 earned runs. Oh boy. Oh boy. Not great, and it's only getting worse. Part of me just wants him to eat it at this point. Get Santana. Avenge your past outing. He walked him. Oh, Molina. What has happened to Molina? Like Molina's final stat line, 1 inning, 7 hits, 6 earned runs. His ERA is now ballooned to a 6. Man. Oh, geez, even Chachik is having trouble. That's when you know you're destined to lose a game of baseball. They get another run. We get another run. Nothing doing. We lose 11-7. Molina implodes. Hunter Goodman hit 3 home runs. We still lost. Insanity. Well done, sir. The Giants have made a deal and then already done a trade. Fair enough. Oh, they want to send me Keaton Wynn. I do not want Keaton Wynn. I only want to look at who you want Win for. Molina, buddy. Buddy, old pal, friend. Oh, boy. All right. Game 2, Tyler Glasnow. Let us give. How's Carrick been doing? He's been doing all right. I'll give Nolan Shanuel the day off. Hunter Goodman can DH. Jordan Walker hits second. Dario Laverde can catch. All right, let's rock. Bobby Miller, I need a good start from you, buddy. Clean first for both sides. Clean second and clean third. Whoever gets the first run is going to win this ball game. Wow. Wow. Oh, boy. Not like this, Bobby. You were doing so well. Curse you, Santana. As the Braves are on the board and Bobby is getting hit. He walks Matthew Lugo on 4 pitches. Dollander. And Riley gets it down. What a beautiful start from Bobby Miller. Cruising through 5 has now been completely destroyed. It's Austin Riley with a bases clearing triple. Oy vey. Man, poor Bobby. The start was going so well. And he hit Michael Harris. Good Lord, man. Oh, wait a minute. Man, Bobby Miller's start through 5 was going great, but then he gave up 7 earned runs in 1 inning. Unbelievable. And now Dollander is even getting shelled. Lovely. Our pitching staff picks beautiful times to just implode. Meanwhile, we're being no hit on the other side. All right, we've got 2 walks. Here's Condon. Strikes out. He is now struck out 3 times. Cole Carrig grounds out. We're still being no hit through 7. Unbelievable. Clean 8th for Jameson. Hey, we got 2 hits. We got 2 runs. Look at us. Look at us. Yeah, I mean, that sucks. Bobby Miller was pitching a gem through 5. And then the 6th inning, he just gives up 7 earned runs. His ERA explodes. Dollander comes in and also implodes. Not good. Hashtag analysis. Slade Ciccone is going to AAA. Trade proposal from the Rays. They want to send us 32-year-old Joe Ryan. No. I reject your trade. I think the decision essentially needs to be made of if we want to live and die with this bullpen, or if we want to like trade Molina, for example, something. Let's entertain the idea. If I want to trade Molina, What's the return looking like? Sean Bouchard. How's he been doing for the Cubs? He's been all right. I mean, I'm going to be honest. It's not the most exciting return in the world. Then again, also, I think if we trade Molina, it would be for prospects. It wouldn't be for MLB guys. And no one wants prospects. What about a prospect package? Nope. Is it time to trade Dollander? I don't think so. I think Dollander deserves a little bit of a longer leash. I want Bobby Miller to work out. That said, hypothetically, any prospect? Not a single 50 potential prospect you're giving me? Oh boy. We may just stay pat then. Let's play the finale against the Braves and see what the mood is. Condon's getting the rest. Nolan Shanuel to first. How Yuli DH. And Bregman also is going to rest. So I'm going to have Lennon Sosa take third. How you lead it? I have you batting third or fourth earlier. Both, and you were good at either. I'll have how you lead bat third. Sosa 5, Goodman 6. John Gazdar can take second. Flip with Walker. All right, Condon and Bregman rest. Let's get something from this Braves series. They get 2 runs off of Burns. And once again, our offense getting us nothing. We have a base runner for like the first time this series. All right, Goodman's on third. Can we bring him home? That is the question. No, is the answer as Tovar pops up to the pitcher's mound. And they're getting to chase a little bit. Cody Mayo grounds out to third. Brad Olson grounds out to first. All right. I would say a below average start from Burns, but is what it is. We get 1 run back. Molina gets me the 7th. Wasn't clean at all, but he gets it to me. Yeah, he needed 28 pitches. Walked 2 guys, allowed a hit. Craziness. Oh, Chachik. There we go. Clean from Chachik. Nothing from us in the 8th. Munoz for the 9th. Cleanish. Hunter Goodman is at second. Jordan Walker, the tying run, walks. Bringing up Gavsdar, who I do not want hitting here. So we are going to have... Who's had better splits against righties, Condon or Bregman? I mean, both would be good. Let's have Condon pinch hit here for Gazdar. To the moon, my friend. 2-0 count. The swing. Ground out to short. We lose 3-1. Our offense completely destitute. Those last 2 games. Nothing there. All right, before we advance, I think we're going to send down Gazdar. He hasn't had it. And then, whomst among my little backup infield friends down there do I call up? Mason White is an option. He was our second round pick in 2025. We could call up Acuna or Amador. Amador obviously is not hit for us since 2025. Could go Acuna. Let's go Acuna. Let's bring him back. All right, Acuna is back. Need Mason White to get more starts in AAA. So, and Acuna can play shortstop. So that will help that issue. Outfield, I think, is staying as is. Jordan Walker has been very poor since coming back from injury. It must be said. But I don't think there's really an argument to trade him. I think we just hope he gets better. Dario, I think even though he isn't doing great, he's clearly too good for AAA. So I think just giving him sparing games here or there is preferable. And that way also Hunter Goodman will be able to play more. Speaking of backup catcher, how has Drew Romo been since we traded him to the Angels? Oh, he has been very good already with 1.2 WAR. 938 OPS for crying out loud. He is crushing. Good for them. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I think offensively, we're set with the exception of a backup infield spot, which I'm giving to Acuna. I think Lennon Sosa, there's value in keeping. And then I think if he struggles down the stretch, we just waive and DFA him and accept the fact that it didn't work out. All right, let's advance today. We are at the trade deadline. Any trade offers coming in? Ooh, we got a scouting report on David. And it's not a good scouting report. His power dropped by 10, his gap rating by 5, and his potential rating by 10. That's fine. I mean, it's not great, obviously, but his defense didn't move that much, which is good. His speed is still rock solid. I'm okay. Player of the week goes to Ethan Hedges. Double A, sir. The man has been in high A long enough. Is he good enough for double A? No, probably not. All right, so we're going to play the game against the Cardinals and then do any last minute deadline stuff that we need. Herrera is going to pitch the opener against the Cardinals. I think I'm going to give Tovar the day off. Acuna is going to hit in short. Jordan Walker also getting the day off. Stephen Kwan in right, batting 8th. Nolan Shanuel batting 2nd. Cole Carrick batting 5th. Let's rock. Herrera on the mound. Clean first inning. They got Jeffrey Springs, and Lamp is already on third, my God. And Shanuel strikes out. Not great. Bregman also strikes out. Condon flies out to center. Oh, boy. Runner on third with no outs. Can't bring him home. And the Cardinals already are up 2-0, and it's getting worse for Herrera. A nice soft pop-up from Bernal. I have faith. No, he dropped it? Oh, Lordy. Just strike him out then. All right. He hits into a fielder's choice, so we get the lead runner. Victor Scott the second hits it back up the middle. 1 run will score. The error costing us quite a bit there. Here's Jose Suarez. Hits it to Acuna. The throw got him. Did they give the error to there, Condon? Yeah, all right. He has a lot of errors for a guy that's so good defensively on paper. Cole Carrick solo homer. Hunter Goodman double. How you Lee grounds out. We had such momentum and it went away. Here's Kwan, hits it deep to center field. That ball is out of here. Stephen Kwan, 433 feet for his 6th home run of the year. Acuna, for his first at bat of the season, gets it to the wall. A nice double. That'll do. Here's Joe Lamp. Hits it up. Unlike Condon, they will likely catch the infield pop-up. And Nolan Shanuel grounds out to the catcher. All right, tie ball game. Herrera, though, is on 51 pitches. I have faith. I shouldn't have. They got a 4th run. All right. Yep. Last at batter, Victor Scott. Get him. He did not get him. Well, I mean, he got him. Not in a way that was great, though. So we're going to bring in Chase Dollander to face Jose Suarez. Soft grounder to second. Somehow gets through How You Lee's glove. We're just going to sim the half inning at that point. Oh, Dollander, my God. I'm not going to trade him, but my God, it's tempting right now. Marcus Semien grounds out to end the inning. Molina, I'm going to be frank with you, dude. Just getting out. Just like one. That's all I ask. Can he get Lars Nootbaar? Yes, he can. Jeez Louise. All right, Halverson, welcome back to the big leagues. And he allowed a runner, fair enough. I mean, dude, I know you're fatigued. Counter argument, my bullpen is suddenly dropping like flies, so I need you to get the out. All right, he gets Mason when swinging. Jeez. This will strike no one as a surprise based on how we're playing. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs. Which is disappointing, especially because, last year we won the World Series. And so to miss out on losing the playoffs, or to miss out on the playoffs rather, and not even make it, come on. That also means our owner will likely rake us through the coals. Unfortunately, he does not have a goal for us this year regarding of record or such. Yeah, that was terrible. I don't even really want to talk about it. Herrera gave up 5, Dollander 3, Molina 2, Halverson 1, Jameson 2. Zerpa also gave up 2 hits, but just didn't even need a full inning. And once again, the losing streak has arrived as we have lost 5 in a row. We are now 10 games behind the surging Giants. In the wild card, we are 7.5 back. It's not impossible, but I think especially with how our bullpen is playing, not. I mean, we have the 14th bullpen ERA, 13th starter ERA, just completely dead in the water. And really, the ironic thing, trading any of these guys doesn't make a lot of sense. Halverson and Molina, honestly, Halverson, it might make sense. Molina, I think he's young enough, he's been playing a while, that I think he deserves one more year. Dollander, this is his first time as a long reliever, and he's been injured quite a bit. So I'll give him some leeway there. Halverson, though, also trading one of our best relievers from years previous. I mean, he's also only given me 24 innings, but his whip is a 1 point. Yeah, no. Would anyone want Mr. Halverson just for a prospect, perhaps? No. That's the other issue. That surprisingly, these guys don't have great overalls. So trading them might be a bit silly. I could get Josh Hader, 19 million. Yeah, I mean, trading them also just doesn't make much sense. Also, shout out to Mickey Moniak for finagling his way to multi-millions after the season he had with us. I think at this point, we're going down with the ship the last 2 months of the season. And what we need to figure out is for our rotation, Herrera obviously is safe. Chase Burns obviously is safe. Jose Fleury, I think there's a good pitcher in there. He's safe. Gabriel Hughes and Bobby Miller are fighting for rotation spots next year. Our bullpen, we have Munoz, we have Chachik, we have Vodnik, we have Zerpa. That's half our bullpen right there. Jameson, we like, but he's been a bit spotty the past couple weeks, and he's about to be 31 years old. He should still be okay for one more year, though. So Halverson, Dollander, Molina, if they can't crack it, trust me, I have Chiavilli, Herrera, Mena, and Will Klein all in AAA, desperately waiting for a call up. Wellington Herrera, he's going to be one of our September call ups without question. So, yeah, I think at this point, we're just going to go through the trade deadline. If we get any deals, we'll see. Guardians, they want to send me Sam Hentages again. I don't want him. Like, I accept the fact he's a good bullpen arm, but I don't think he moves the needle in the way they want. What do they want? They want Dion Jorge, who, similarly to a lot of my prospect infielders, doesn't have a path. They want Felix Parati. No, we're done here. We're done here. You're not getting Parati. How about this? I remove Parati. Oh, no, I can't remove him? It's not letting me remove or accept people. All right, let's try it this way then. Clear it. Oh, I see. Because I advanced. Yeah, okay. So they're offering me something new. They want Lennon Sosa. And they want Justice. I don't want to give up Justice. But at this point, he's been in rookie ball for 3 years. You know what, dude? I'm going to be frank. Get to Fresno. Godspeed. Like the AI hasn't even moved him up. That's not even his promotion being disabled. That's the AI hasn't moved. Lennon Sosa, I mean, it must be said, has not been good. He only has 30 hits the whole year, no power whatsoever. His OPS is a 550. So I wouldn't hate trading him. Carlos Mayer is their first round prospect from a couple years ago. And then Sam Hentages would just immediately go into our bullpen. Who he would replace is up for speculation. Yeah, let's do it. Let's shake things up. Mets one. No. All right, let's decline the Mets. So Carlos Yeah, you are a reliever, first of all. Let's get that 100% clear. Triple A might be a bit much. What's your double A rating? Yeah, I think let's try double A. I don't know why the AI had him stuck in rookie ball all this time, but I'm not going to question it. And then Sam is going to be placed on the active roster. I mean, listen, the guy has an 80 overall and 80 potential. So, sure. Lennon Sosa is off. Oh, wait, I'm still looking at double A. That's why. I saw that in the back of my head. I was like, there's no way that's right. Okay, there we go. So Lennon Sosa is off to the Guardians. I wish him well. It just didn't work out with us as a backup infielder. Even defensively, he had a negative zone rating at each position. In reality, he's a first baseman and a third baseman. Um, and then Justice, I think, could become really good. But I have a lot of other young pitchers that fit his profile, so we'll take it. Carlos Meyer, in all honesty, is more exciting. For being honest. So now Sam, I think, is going to be a third setup man. And Molina has an option year left. I'm going to send him down to AAA for the first time this entire save. And he just has to get it right. So Dollander is going to be a long reliever for us. Henches goes to setup man. I think I prefer Molina going down than Dollander. At this point, Dollander just needs to pitch in the majors. Now that we have an open spot, I am in need of a backup infielder. I think it is time for Mason White. But also, is it time for Mason White? Aaron Schunk, welcome back, sir. No. We don't have a lot of third basemen in this organization, do we? How's Ethan Hedges doing? Oh, I just called him up. That's right. I could call Amador, but I mean Acuna. Did he play third at AAA? Yes. How'd he do? He did okay. That might be what I do. Let's move Acuna to third, and he can be a backup third baseman. And then I think, let's see what Mason White can do. We drafted him in 2025. He has not developed as we hoped. I think a big reason to that was he didn't get a lot of playing time in Double A or Triple A this year. But let's see what we got. We have completely blown up our backup infield now. We just can't find backup infielders. That really is the tragedy of this entire save. We can't find backup infielders. Ever since How You Lee became a permanent starter, we just can't do it. All right. Any other deals want to get sent our way? Does not look like it. All right, personal development. Munoz lost stamina. I don't care about that. Jordan Walker lost potential. That's fine. Tristan McKenzie, who is currently in Double A, getting shelled by the. I think I should just cut him. Like I'm being frank. Yeah. We're just gonna click that button. The Tristan McKenzie reclamation project could have been fun. BS doesn't have it. Nothing too crazy. John Rea, his power improves from a 20 to a 25. Let's go. Yeah, and then we're just getting more info from our drafted guys. But yeah, I think that is where we will end. Depressingly, I think we were doing pretty good in July up until we lost 2 out of 3 to the Red Sox, bounced back against the Phillies, and then just dead in the water against the Braves. So I think at this point, It is more or less accepted we're not going to make the playoffs. And the new goal, I think, is twofold. For the hitters, stay healthy. We've had so many injuries. Jordan Walker, Yankiel Fernandez, Charlie Condon, Hao Yuli had the injury scare. We need these guys to be healthy down the stretch. With our pitching, Gabriel Hughes and Bobby Miller are essentially pitching for jobs next year. Herrera, Fleury, Burns are set. With our bullpen, Halverson, Dollander, and Jameson are really the three question marks for next year. Dollander also quietly, he's not rated great, but if he does well in the bullpen down the stretch, his overall could go up. That could be something. But the moment, that's where we're at. Because I would love to say that we'd be able to make up the ground in the wild card race, but we're 7.5 games back. Everyone ahead of us, like the Dodgers and Padres, I don't think we're going to make that. So we'll kind of, coast a little bit down the stretch. I think off stream, I will play probably half of the August games, probably to the end of this first San Fran series, just to get a little bit of that out of the way. And then 2 streams should be enough to finish out the season. So I thank you all for watching. I know this season hasn't gone as planned, obviously. We're still on pace to have a better finish than we did in year one, but unfortunately, don't think we're able to make the playoffs this time around. But never say die. We'll see how it turns out, and I will see you all next time.